Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Madam Mischief and Mr. Mischief Morganti.
Mr. Mischief Morganti.
We're at it. Where are we going, Pete?
We're out of focus a bit there, Darren. Now we're back again. Yes. That's our little excitement machine runner.
Got some footage here to show?
We'll have a look now.
Lengths in front though with 300 to go from Plucky Pirouette, Chicafuerte running on, so too Peru and then Unblushing, but it's all Madam Mischief at the moment. She's a mile in front and holding this lengthy lead from Plucky Pirouette and Chicafuerte, but Madam Mischief blistering. Madam Mischief by 3.5 to Plucky Pirouette. Chicafuerte runs third, Peru a fourth.
Well, that was exciting, decisive, speedy.
$27.
When you have zero on, Darren, doesn't matter what, doesn't multiply it to anything.
What were we saying ATB-TV last week about her?
Well, I think we may have gave the hint that she went all right. Even over the back of the ear roll there.
So you think there?
Yeah, boy.
Madam Mischief, g'day. How you going? One start at Ballarat on a Tuesday for 41,000 Pete. It's not a bad start.
How good Super Vobus and Vobus. You might have tweeted that out quickly that it's worth more. Well, it's like 3 country wins. It's better than midweek prize, and it's heading towards Sunday City prize money.
So she heads off to Bendigo on the 28th.
Just a little $250,000 race up there. Gold Rush.
200,000.
2-year-old.
It's hard to get your head around, isn't it?
Yeah, and then after that, all going well. We're getting a little bit ahead of it. There's $1 million. The Caulfield Vobus racing, and it's great because it's restricted to Vobus only. So
I wonder what that field will look like. It won't be easy.
Well, it won't be easy, but I tell you, you love little running 2-year-olds that make their own luck, and that's exactly what she did. Obviously, we looked at the barrier and thought, well, it's going to be a problem. But when you jump 3 lengths clear, it's no problem.
Be interesting to have a look and see what the conditions of those races are. I know it's Vobus. I don't know if it's Vobus Gold horses only or it's
I think it was Vobus Gold only. Sorry, I said
Gee, you wouldn't think there'd be a lot around, but
well, you might end up with and sometimes people get scared away when they see a winner that wins by 4. I mean, if that was a Godolphin horse, they will go to Bendigo, you would think, how the hell are we going to beat it? So hopefully we do scare away a few, Darren.
Oh well, bit to look forward to for those owners.
Yeah. That big bloke there, you might see, he's giving me hell.
He's trying to eat your hat.
Big fella.
He wants to eat your hat, Pete.
Wants the Southern France hat, Darren.
He does.
Well,
so apart from Madam Mischief winning by 4 lengths and running particularly well from that wide gate, what else did we have?
We had Fact or Fable.
You can move over away from
I'm gonna, because I treasure both of yous mine. The way he's going, he's lighted one up, so we're about right now. Fact or Fable out to 1,400 for the first time. Spoke to Robbie after, I think it was a pass mark. There was a few things that didn't help with this way, this on speed that day. She worked to the line okay.
Yeah, I thought it was a plan to go back and just get her to settle and see if she could run on and on a leaderish type track on the day. She did that.
Yeah.
And
attack for both sides.
Yeah. So I think, like next start on the right track, she might find a form.
Yeah. Dean said she travelled better than what she finished off, but I think that might have been more the track.
Yeah, she whacked away, but she was closing late.
5th beaten 4th, so it's a pass mark. So that was it, Darren.
50%. Happy with that.
Happy with that.
Now
we've got a bit of a list here.
We've got a big week coming up, Pete.
We're
up to maybe 9 runners.
We're on the road and in the plane a bit.
Depends what happens with the weather.
Yep.
Obviously, yesterday and today, cancelled or transferred.
Well, and segue in, we obviously had Serious Deal, Kyneton. I think they had 65 mils, so they got washed out. And today, Daniel made the decision earlier that it's barrier 17, Street Baby at Ararat. That's now gone to stall, and it was about 8 scratching. So, I mean, we still would have been the widest game. Daniel said he'd rather give the horse a good experience with a better barrier, so she'll go to Kyneton this time next week.
Draw 14.
If it doesn't get another 60 mils of rain there.
No more rain coming.
So we'll kick off Super Saturday.
Flemington.
I'm going.
You're the man.
I'm back at the headquarters. Is that what you're doing?
Don't even talk about what I'm doing. Who gets married on Australian Cup Day?
Someone does.
Non-racing people.
They family or friends?
Southern France wins nothing.
Dear. Anyway,
They'll be banned for life if he wins.
I'm sure the little phone will be getting tuned into at some stage.
Anyway, that's what I'll be doing.
We're kicking off with Serious
They
Suspect.
better get married and stay married. Better not be one of these 6 month jobs.
Oh, Jesus. 6 months, jeez. That's good.
Wow.
Serious
I'm not
Suspect.
impressed, Pete.
No, I gathered that for the last fortnight when you first told me.
When I first found out.
Serious Suspect, Damien Lane, second go, 1400.
Serious Suspect. Yep.
Draw 9. It's a handy listed field. It's a bit better than listed fields he's previously ran in.
Way down in weight, isn't he?
He is down in weight, but so I think the main danger is
Yeah. Star.
all the rumours you hear about what she can do in the stables. I'm a bit worried about her too.
She doesn't mind a bite. Yeah. You want to know us before.
At least she can't.
Go and eat something.
Flies. Yeah, look, he's drawn
$9.
$9. He's around $9 or $10. He'll probably drift a little. There's a big push for the Thing of Hawkses. Wild Planet, who's been running Group 1s and 2s.
What are we looking for here? Top three?
I think a top 3 or 4 result would be good. I'm not saying he can't win because the rails are out 8 metres. I think that may suit our racing pattern. I think we've got to use his asset and push forward. It's no good snagging him back midfield.
Race pattern's got him sitting outside the lead,
I think so, yeah. And I'd rather be outside the leader than leading because they're saying that the inside's probably going to cut out as the day wears on. I know we're only race 5. Oh, LA's chomping. This bloke, he's got a set of teeth. I can hear it.
He's hungry, Pete. He's
I think
going
it's
to bite your head right off.
I think at some stage in the home straight we're going to be banging away with the main contenders. It's just how strong we are late.
I don't know how it'll unfold, but I'm kind of thinking he'll jump. Damien Lane might put him outside the leader.
Yeah.
That thing from barrier 1 probably goes forward.
Yeah.
And then, he's got to take off. You're jumping more than the flies.
At least the flies aren't obvious. They're getting blown away by the...
But I think he sits outside the leader, and then I think he goes to him at 300, and it's a question of whether he's good enough.
Yeah, I think, and the way it's mapping is the favourite probably follows as Wild Planet.
He might have to sit in the last drop on us. Well,
look,
it's a listed race, Pete. They're not easy to win.
No, and there's horses there that are first up, like Princess Jenny and Sakara Brand. Like, we'll have the fitness edge on them. But they are, class horses, been there, done that. He's going to run well. He can't help but run well because of the way it's all going to unfold for him. And he's going to bulldog it out. He's not going to shirk the issue.
Is he third up?
Third up.
Good time between
2 from 3, third up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But,
Bit of an unusual prep, but anyway. We'll see what happens, but I think he's a top 4 show.
Yep. 3 races later, Australian Cup, Southern France, Group 1, first up, 2000. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts? Well,
working well.
He's been galloping with Yogi, and I know the stable are saying they can't get him any fitter. He certainly looks the part. Just looks outstanding. 2,000 metres is the big query. Never won under 2,400. I think he had one start, maybe his first start over 2,000, and ran a placing. He's a big horse, so I just think now that if he can run somewhere third to fifth in that race and hitting the line, he'd go real good.
How is?
Is anyone kicking around there, mate?
It's all right, mate, we're just recording.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
France, Darren, the Group 1 Australian Cup, the big race of the day, along with the Newmarket, obviously. Give us your thoughts on how he goes. He's certainly been working well.
Yeah, well, they've had him galloping with Yogi at Sandown and various places. He trialled well at Werribee, I thought. Look, I think they've got him tuned right up. I think they've got him as fit as he can be first up. I think he'll run a nice race. The 2,000 metres is obviously the $1 million question. That's probably why he's $15 or $17 on the tote. He's always been 2,400 plus. We saw at the zipping, he's got a ton of ability. So I just think that 2,000 will be probably a little bit short for him. I think the stable are confident that he'll hit the line strong.
Yeah.
And it's just a question of the tempo. If there's a good tempo in it and the rain about helps, he could be peeling out and really attacking the line. And whether that means he ends up getting over the top and winning, or whether it means he flashes home into 4th, 5th or 3rd somewhere, we'll go away happy and get him to 2400 in Sydney.
Yeah, no, I reckon that's
So I'm
spot on.
thinking, yeah, I reckon it'll be interesting on the corner if he's within 5 lengths,
Yeah.
because he can run home in 33 and change. So it'd be just nice to see a bit of tempo
Because we've got Michael D on for the fact that Zara's
in Sydney.
And I know another reason D's on is strong with his left hand,
Yep.
which obviously, gives us, a balanced jockey.
Sure.
If he travels into it at the 500 and there was tempo on,
There'll be a few blokes getting out of their
well, you
seats.
remember the sectionals at Sandown, but there was none quicker the way he got home. So,
What time's that race? 4:15?
something like that, yeah.
I hope the wedding ceremony's over by then, Peter. I could be leaping out of my seat.
I'm sure it's over for you anyway. It'll be over one way or another.
Anyway,
So, that
good
was
luck to all the owners. Horse is going really well. They're really happy with him, as I said. Tempo related, and if he's in striking distance on the bend,
Watch out.
stand by.
Good segue in. You mentioned that his galloping partner's been Yogi, and our next runner will be Yogi on the Monday on the holiday day in Adelaide. Liz is jetting across, I hear.
Yep.
He's been working with Southern France, and by my eye, there's not a lot between them. I mean,
No, well, look, he's the Adelaide Cup is the Adelaide Cup. It's a hard race to win. Look, he has been, as you say, he's worked with Southern France. He looks well, he's going well, but he's going to be in the same boat. Like, he's a proven 2-mile horse. Now, half these horses won't run 2 miles. Danny O'Brien's import of Lloyd Williams is obviously short price favourite.
King of Lyra,
It's going to be very hard to beat if it backs up. There's no rain over there, so hopefully the track's well watered, and I don't think it's going to be a hot day. So once again, I just think it comes down to the fact if we've got nice tempo, and Johnny Allen's on, so he knows the horse pretty well, and I'm sure he'll ride it well. And look, I can really see him running that strong 2 mile. I think he's well weighted with 57.5, and I think, look, maybe the favourite's smart, and maybe we can or maybe we can't run it down, but it's going to be an interesting race, and I'm sure at some point we're going to think we're going to win it.
with $15, it's a great each way bet.
It's a great each way bet, but I think at some point in that last 800, it's going to look like Yogi's going to be in the finish. And let's hope he is, Pete, because he's getting a few Ks on the clock, and in a lot of ways, this kind of tells us where we're going with him, whether he's just going to be one of those sort of C-grade stays floating around in the off-season, or whether he does deserve to go to Brisbane for the winter and contest some of those stone races up there.
Forget the first 2 runs, obviously first up, Caulfield, he ran well. Mooney Valley didn't suit him, they walked. You go back prior to that, the Queensland Cup run was 60, finished third, was 0, that's good form.
Yeah, well, that's in the
Auckland
Cup this weekend.
Beaten the lip in the Queen's Cup at Sydney, that's his best form, and hopefully, if he's anywhere near that form, he's in the finish.
I think the stable's pretty happy, and they're pretty confident he's going to run well.
Big strike, like I said, John Allen's been on him more often than not in terms of off the track. He's ridden him twice for a 50% strike rate, so I think he ticks a lot of boxes.
If he wins, Liz might be home for a week.
No. The old office, the bookwork's going to pile up.
You might have to go and answer the phones.
Might have to go and answer the phones. Righto, waiting for the confirmation of Ian Fox running at Kilmore. That's Tuesday. It's a benchmark 58.
Good to see a trainer with a head collar and lead rope walking past here at RG Alexander.
Just for the camera.
Hey?
Have a look at that, guys. Hands on.
There's the trainer.
Hands
mate.
on. Still haven't seen it come through, but it is Friday and it's late.
Yep. So what are we talking about here? The Fox at where?
Kilmore, benchmark 58, 1200.
Tuesday.
I think he's
Mitch
torn,
Freeman?
torn with headgear of some description, whether it's blinkers or wingers. And Will Price goes on the young Boom Apprentice, claims 2.
Ready to win, isn't it?
Mitch loves the fact that Kilmore's got the uphill finish, which should suit her style.
To me,
ready to win.
Looks like it's ready to win.
I'll be disappointed if it doesn't.
Where are we going after that?
Then Wednesday, Soto Dulce, obviously these are all nominations. She's in that 1350 metre class 2. I think you looked and seen that she'll probably get a run. She's 20th in order at the moment. They run 16. We trying to get some
So she won her maiden really well.
Yep.
And now, because she's a well-bred mare, I'm invincible. Obviously, we're trying to get a city placing.
Yep. So that's where she stands. We'll have fields must be on Monday, I think, for Wednesday. Yep. Also, Angel Lass nominated for Sandown. Speaking of the stable, if it's not there, it'll be Thursday at Pakenham. She ran really well at Pakenham last start, or she improved out to that 1400 metre trip, I think it was.
Yep, she just needs weight relief because she's not tall.
No. So we'll learn more again Monday, and then we push out further in the week. Serious Deal, he obviously missed his run at Kine because of the wet, as we said earlier. Warrnambool, 1700, and I think
should be suitable.
Yeah, it's third up. There is a 2000. I just wondered whether they toured with that, but I think Matt said the 17 now.
I reckon that benchmark 17 at Warrnambool. You know, Warrnambool's one of those tracks where, you know, it's a tough run in. So I think that'll suit him. And
suits his style,
yeah, it suits his style up there, batting away. I think I'm sure he'll run well.
Yeah, and Notebook, who was a good maiden winner at the track, will go there as well.
She gets into a 58.14.
She'd be hard to beat.
If she runs anywhere near that, she'll be hard to beat.
Because she was convincing in her maiden.
And still did a lot wrong.
Yeah.
But no, she went super. So I'm looking forward to seeing her run at Warrnambool as well.
And then Friday, we're pushing way out into the next ATB, Street Baby Kite.
Yeah. Well, she might run before this goes out next week. So
yep.
She's trialled up well.
Yeah, she's ready to get to the races and run well too, I think.
You're not giving much away because you've been at the trial.
Oh, look, she's
you told me she was super impressive.
Well, if you put a line the way through...
Didn't she run faster time than Madam Mischief?
No, different set of trials, Darren. Don't be...
Send all the owners
Just start twos on.
Oh, you want to get the odds.
Yeah. I wonder, it's funny, Dave Eustace at Avoca, you know...
He spotted it.
Yeah, and then he forgot all about it.
That's good.
He didn't get on.
And Archie gave it out at his best and it drifted from $8 to 27, so he's got no credibility.
Well, RSN, they pumped it out to everyone. And I think Twitter got a good run. Some people said, oh, thanks for the tip. He showed them, and look, it was a good result. I did notice a bookmaker was feeding out a couple of collects and he was down to his $10 and $20 notes. And he had, you know, when they... digging through and all they could find was paper, no money.
He got hammered.
A couple of owners very happy now.
You didn't video that?
No, I was actually told the story. I just had a bit of mayonnaise on top of it. I didn't see the collect, but the boys that did were very happy.
Good, we'll be giving them a ring to buy another share.
Yeah.
Now speaking of shares, Pete, we had the big English Premier sale last week.
Yep.
Finished on, our part finished Monday night with 5 out of the 6 sold.
Great results.
Yeah, averaged 226,000 for the 5 sold. So
that made us the leading Vic farm.
Made us the leading Victorian farm on
Averages,
average.
yeah.
Just missed out. Probably just needed one more bid, another 20 grand, and we would have been the leading farm at the sale.
Great result.
On average. No, congratulations to Tom and Shelley on the way they prepped those horses, and also to our vets and Farrier, Andrew Long, who've done a great job.
Yep.
No, very pleasing. Just quickly running through for those who didn't see the results. The Franco Lazzardi made 300,000, and it's gone to Liam Howley, who's going to start training in his own right. Was with Lloyd Williams.
Yep.
So
good result.
Yeah, a couple of the owners, including myself, we've stayed in that Franco filly, especially after watching that thing win at Wallace up in Sydney. Hungry Heart. It's probably go on the slipper, and it'll be hard to beat.
Absolutely.
The Fastnet Chocolicious was passed in, so I think Mr. Alexander is going to take care of that and looking for people to get involved.
Pull him in here and you can say it louder.
And then where do we go then? We had the High Largo, the American Pharaoh High Largo, making 150,000 to Will Clarkin.
First foal. Good
First foal. And so she's off to Adelaide.
Yep.
And
Zoo Star Flying Hauler, same price.
Yeah, 150 to Mick Price. Lovely Zoo Star colt, and then we turned around with the Loves Attention. Star Turn Loves Attention, 180,000 to Clint McDonald, who's teaming up with Tim Martin in the new year. So that was an outstanding result off a 30,000 service fee.
And our sales topper.
And then we rounded off with the Exceed and Excel Swanee filly to, once again, Clint McDonald and Tim Martin for 350,000 off a $99,000 service fee. So the owners have done really well out of that mare, and Tim Martin said afterwards that he trained Exceed and Excel back in the day,
Yeah.
and that's the nicest Exceed filly he's seen.
That's a great run. Yeah.
So that was a good way to get myself and David Wagner to stay in it, wasn't it? And race with him.
He's not silly.
And then Troy Corstens came up to me later on and said that that's the best filly he's seen in the Melbourne sales since he was the underbidder on Black Caviar.
That's a huge run.
And he was actually the underbidder on that filly.
There you go.
So I hope it turns out to be just as good.
It's funny. Yeah, well, Clint McDonald tipped in $500,000 or just over.
Yep, no, yeah, him and Tim Martin, they had a big goes. And they bought others as well for 180, 200. So, no, it was a good week. Great to see our breeders doing well with their sales. And now it's all about the next sale in Sydney, where we take our Frankel Tynoon colt.
Yep.
And then we've got some weanlings to sell, we've got some mares to move on, and we've got some new mares to acquire. So it never stops.
It does not stop.
It's kind of like the AFL, I say. You win the grand final, or you finish in the grand final, and then 2 weeks later you're back in training. And we're already moved on now to the next component.
Some blokes at a party have been dropped off the list. So
we did have a big party on Monday night.
I heard rumours.
Down at
seen photos.
Whatever it was. I kept wanting to say South Pacific.
Well, you can say
Pure South.
Well, you can say strip club.
No. There was a few that might have ended up there, but we weren't any of them. But no, well done to the breeders and all our supporters there on that side of it. That's going particularly well. So
considering it was basically our third year.
Third year, yep. It's commercial. Third year, third draft. So we had a good week, thanks to you.
And with that, Darren, it was a good day. Leading up to it, we had 20, 24 owners out there just getting to know a little bit more about how it all worked. So
we did.
Some good interest there.
I don't know why they think she's a hard filly. She's kind as it's
Absolutely.
kind. No, just a lovely little lady.
She knows it.
She's gone from being the stable rat to the stable princess.
Oh, the star, God.
The stable princess now.
The love for her after the race. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I must say, congratulations to all those owners. Gee, there's a lot of people in there that have been involved with us for a long time, and some of them are just on a massive roll at the moment with My Shiny Choice, Write Your Name.
Here to Fox, or
you know,
potentially for some it could be 3 winners in about 10 days.
Yeah, so good on them. Look, we've had a good month
Quinellas.
on the racetrack and at the sales ground, so let's hope it continues.
We had a bit of I think we predicted a bit of a summer where it'd be a bit hit and miss, but yeah, look, it's all coming.
We knew it was going to be quiet there.
All coming together
a lot of those
now.
horses weren't ready, but
Yep.
9 runners this week, Pete. I'm sure there's a couple of winners amongst them.
Just having a look. I like Yogi.
You're going to tip one.
No, I'm just having a look.
Here's the kiss of death, ladies and gentlemen.
I like Yogi. I mean, at that price,
The kiss of death.
Yogi'd here to Fox.
They're yours.
Then notebook.
And notebook. He's going to tip them all here.
He's might stop looking.
Yeah, don't look. I'm not tipping anything. I just think they'll run well. They're all in good form, and they're all there to win, so they'll get their chances, and
more prize money.
I'm sure there'll be a couple of winners amongst them.
Couple of shares left in the Cable Bay.
That's about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
With Phil Stokes.
Yep. So lovely colt.
Gee, they've sold well the sales. They've made a lot of money.
A lot more than what we're offering.
I think I might put the price up.
Well, 140.
You're coughing a lot. You haven't got that coronavirus, have you?
No. Yeah. I hope the horses don't get it.
No, they can't.
Some of the dog greyhound industry's been hit by it.
Has it?
Called corona canine virus.
Really?
And they're more...
You might have that.
Gotcha. I'll start barking, Darren, and start scratching the ground with my front legs, you know,
You know,
yeah, all
got
good.
your leg. Well, until next week, I'm Darren Dance with Peter Morganti with Madam Mischief, the star of the show. Cheers for now.